Yo, man, what's up? Why you knocking on my door like that?
It's an emergency.
What's up?
I need you to come to the courthouse with me real quick.
What you need me to come to? Come no, hell no. I ain't finna go to no courthouse.
Come on. No. Wait.
Go to the courthouse for what?
So I can take you off of child support. Don't you want to get taken off of child support?
Take me off of child support?
Yeah.
You up
See?
some?
No, I'm not.
So you want to be next? Take me off of child support?
Yeah, come on. Don't you want to get taken off of child support? Ain't you tired of paying that shit?
I am tired of paying it, but why though? Like, why now though? Like,
because Trump finna be in office, and you know what I'm saying. He finna make it to where you can't file taxes if the other parent is paying child support. So I need you to come down here. I'd rather have the taxes than that motherfucking child support.
Wait a minute.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to run
you don't pay shit in child support. I feel like that ain't fair. You don't pay shit in child support like that.
Also,
child support ain't shit.
I knew it was something.
Come on, we can bust the taxes down.
No, I'm cool. You know something? I think that taxes sound better than me paying.
Come on, man,
bro. No, don't touch me. No, hell no.
That ain't fair. I have them all the time, bro. I have them all the time. I spend more money than fucking child support, bro.
I would have tried to work something out with you, but the only reason why you here because you want to get taxes. Guess who got taxes now? Me.
Yeah. Man, get your foul ass on, bro.
Man. Hey, I'm not going to no courthouse with you. That's your ass.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next thing that's getting decided on. I'm taking. We gonna. I'm gonna fight against that.
I get them taxes.
We gonna all come together and we gonna go to the Supreme Court with that shit. Let me tell you something. Because that shit is not right.
Hey, let me tell you something. Thank God for Donald Trump. Now get out my doorstep.
Man, shut your ass up.
Gotcha, bitch.
You lose.
All right, you guys, don't bust my chops in the comments. Clearly, that was a skit because I'm familiar with those content creators. However, I just thought it was funny considering what all the fuss is about this tweet or this proposal that Dr. Trump is talking about as far as the child support goes. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I have a major announcement, by the way. Let's get into it. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So, very important announcement. I've seemed to be going through it with YouTube behind the scenes. They sent me a video about these new monetization policies, and I'm having a hard time signing off on it for some reason. I don't know how I'm having trouble getting access to it, so that way I can just sign off on it and keep it moving, so that way I can continue to upload on this channel. However, due to the fact that I'm trying to get help from the help support behind the scenes, and they're taking longer than what's necessary for me to sign off on this in time, I've started a new channel and a backup channel. The link is in the description. The name of the channel is AMU, letters AMU, okay? Please go over there and subscribe. I did post it in my community post. However, I know that doesn't reach out to most people. I think as of right now, it's already over 100,000. Over 100 subscribers. So thank you to those guys. I know with all the thousands of views that I get, man, I really, really appreciate it, you guys. If you can just go ahead over to that channel, because this may be the last video or two that I might be able to upload due to the fact that YouTube help supports team is not getting back to me in time to figure out this problem, so that way I can be cleared of checking off on the new policies. But again, the link is in the description. Go over there, you guys. I believe I damn near gained 1,000 subscribers from the time I told you guys about my demonetization. So appreciate you guys on that. I would imagine, considering I know a lot of those guys probably don't even watch travel content, I would imagine I should be able to get the same support from you guys when it comes to this particular content, because I know this is what you truly came to see. And a way to keep the channel alive, just in case this does happen, because one way or another I'll still be able to reapply in March when it comes to getting that channel, this channel, remonetized. But as of now, just swing over to the other channel real quick and subscribe, and I really appreciate that, you guys. All right, now let's go ahead and get into this Donald Trump situation, because supposedly we already know who got upset about this change, if it is going to be implemented. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
The new Trump law is devastating for single mothers. And that's because the new Trump administration wants to allow whoever is paying for child support to be able to claim the children during tax season. The problem is the child support that some men pay single mothers is never enough. And the only time she gets to finally catch up financially is during tax season, when she can claim her children and get a tax credit. As a former single mother myself, my ex-husband used to give me $300 for 2 children. $300 for 2 children was never enough to pay rent, utilities, to buy clothes, uniforms, school supplies, food. The amount of expenses was endless. And the only time I got a break was during tax season, when I could get a tax break for each child. The parent that keeps the children is the parent that has the most expenses. You can't tell me that keeping a child for 2 days is the same as keeping the children 5 days a week. This new law is devastating to single mothers. I know single mothers who the only time they get to take a vacation, the only time they get to buy clothes or even a car is during tax season. And now the Trump administration is taking that away from them.
Well, there's no surprise there. A single mom being biased towards single moms. Uh, I guess this was to be expected when this news hit. So it's not my surprise that for the most part it was pretty much women complaining about this, because we all know that most child support goes from men to women. Now, I came across a child support attorney who had a few things to say, and yeah, she happens to be a female also. So I want y'all to hear what she has to say. Check this out.
Child support. Did you guys see what Trump just tweeted? Apparently, I am a former child support attorney for the state, and man, do I have thoughts about not only this video, but about President Trump's tweet and proposed new law. For those of you that are new here, my name is Courtney Driscoll. I am a former child support attorney for the state of Oklahoma, but now I own my own law firm, primarily practicing in family law, and I especially love child support cases due to my background and experience prosecuting child support law. So for those of you that don't know, Donald Trump issued a tweet this past weekend that said that one of the laws that he wants to put into place would allow any parent that is currently paying child support to file that child on their own taxes for that calendar year. The way that's typically handled now is we just alternate the years. So for example, let's say I represent mom, she has sole custody, dad's over there, he just has visitation, so he's paying child support. We will alternate so that my client gets to claim the child on their taxes during even years, dad gets to claim them during odd years. Now, some language that I will typically put in the order as well will state that if dad in this scenario is behind on his child support payment, if he doesn't make 12 full payments for that calendar year, he waives his right to get to claim the child on the taxes because he's not current on his child support.
Now, as a lawyer, she's already showing her bias because, first of all, she mentioned a man being behind and a woman having custody of the child while he only has visitation. And as of right now, they alternate the years. Well, let me ask you this question. Do the visitation rights get alternated into full-time custody for the father on when those years alternate for the taxes? Let me know in the comments, because I don't want to sit over here and make assumptions. My gut tells me that more than likely those children are staying still with the mother all the time. But hey, I could be wrong. But let me know in the comments if I am correct or wrong about that. Because if that doesn't alternate as well, then I'm sorry, with all due respect, ma'am, even you as a lawyer who practiced this, you coming off very biased. So I'm really not trying to hear that, but let's continue.
The person that made this original video that I stitched said, well, I don't think it's fair. If you have one parent that's making all these payments throughout the year, why should the other parent gets to claim that child on their taxes? Well, I can give you numerous reasons. One good reason is child support is just the bare minimum that it takes to raise a child. Whatever a parent is receiving in child support, I promise you, it's not enough. Ask any single parent out there. And that's assuming that they're actually making the child support payments, they're paying the full amount, and they're paying it on time. I can assure you, most of the time, that doesn't happen. And that's how people end up in my office.
Well, as a lawyer, sounds like you're making a case for for the more financial stable person to have custody of those children now, don't you? Just saying, you the lawyer, not me.
That nigga got a point.
Trump passes insane new child support law. I don't know if this is true or not, but I just saw this guy talking about how whoever is paying the child support is going to be the one that gets to claim the child on their taxes. So if you're a single mom or a single dad and you're not the one paying this child support, you're not going to get to claim them on your taxes. He said this is a law that Trump is trying to pass. That is insane to me, especially if you're a single parent. Like, what's the point in them even paying child support if they're going to take all the tax refund, especially for the people who have multiple children? I'm a single mom. I get child support, and my son's dad does not even see him at all. It's been 4 years since he's been in his life. He's not been in my son's life since he was 6 months old. My son's almost 5. I'm already barely making it as it is. Like, literally, paycheck to paycheck still, unfortunately. Hopefully TikTok will change that, though. Has anybody else heard anything about this? Because that would be the worst thing ever. Please let me know what you've heard or what you guys think. Repost this for me and engage, comment. That would be amazing. Thank you guys so much.
So pretty much as expected, a lot of women are panicking because, as I said earlier in the video, most of the time child support goes from men to women, not women to men. Now, I know men, and this is on the rare occasion, but I know men that have received child support in the past. I don't see any of them making this complaint on TikTok. I can't find it. When I went on TikTok looking for this, all I saw was women complaining about it. However, I did come across one man in particular. Oh my God, bro. You talk about a panda bear, man. Look at this.
Trump passes insane new child support law. Patriots, if you don't know about this, Trump passed a new law that whoever is paying the child support will get to declare those children on their taxes, okay? So say you're a single father, single mother, and you are not the one paying the child support. You will not get the tax return for your child. How do you guys feel about that? This is all allegedly, I guess. We got to see till everything goes through, but this is the talk on the town that Trump is talking about making. And you know what this means, guys. Single mothers, I'm talking to you out there. This one is going to be directed at you. Okay. Most single mothers, we know women run the world. Women are running it, especially single moms. Shout out to all my single moms. They work so hard. They're working 2 jobs. They're taking their kids to the soccer practices. They're buying the clothes. They're keeping their kids happy, keeping Christmas on the table, even though there's a lot of selfish husbands out there who are not paying child support, barely paying child support, or, okay, they are paying child support, but now they get to file your kids on their tax return because of that. Is that fair to you guys? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.
Yeah. Beta!
Now, I guess you can say on the other side of TikTok, there were some people, men and women, who are actually in agreement with this change. And I want you to hear what they had to say because they had different perspective as well. Check this out.
So Donald Trump announced that if fathers are paying child support, moms can't claim the kids on their tax returns, and fathers get to claim and get the tax credit for having the child. I'm torn on this one. You guys are gonna have to help me out in the comments. In just a second, I'll walk over to the comments and help me out. I'm torn with this one because I think in a certain way, it kind of helps. It moves bringing families together one step closer, moves us a little bit closer to that, right? But on the other hand, I'm saying moms have the kid, right? They've got custody of the kid. The father is paying his $600-700 or whatever. Maybe he's not physically there. Maybe he is. Maybe he's not. I don't know. But part of me says moms deserve that money. Moms deserve that credit. Moms are the ones getting kids up, taking them to school. Moms are the ones buying the backpacks. Moms are the ones there kissing knees and praying over, different things. So I'm torn on this one. Y'all help me out. I'm walking over to the comments. Let's go to the comments. Tell me what you think. All right.
So they say this new law that Trump is making is crazy, but I think it's great. Trump new child support law will be crazy. Basically, if you put somebody on child support, you will no longer be able to claim that child on your taxes. Only person who is paying child support can. So you either choosing between child support or placing that child on your taxes. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some men, because those are not fathers, who do not do nothing, absolutely nothing for their children. Now, those men should definitely be on child support, and the mother still should be allowed to claim the child on her taxes. But there are a lot of women who only have children for child support. There you go. You either get your child support with no taxes, without being able to claim on your taxes, or you get the taxes with no child support. Which one you want? Look at Trump. My boy, Uncle T, in office doing his thing like he did last time. Good to see you back, my boy, and TikTok.
And it is only day one in office, and Donald Trump has signed an executive order called the Child Support Reform Act, in which he is making changes at a federal level to the child support system. Is this executive order perfect? No. Does it solve everything? No. But it does more to help fathers or child support payers, which are predominantly fathers, than any other federal act has done in years. Part one is income-based adjustment, so that child support is more closely aligned with an individual income. So those individuals that are low income payers will suffer less of the financial burden. Part two will cap arrears. So those that fall behind on child support, there'll be a cap on the amount of interest that can be applied to keep them from going into insurmountable debt. Part three is compliance incentives. So those individuals that consistently meet their child support demands, they'll be able to apply for tax relief and benefits. The three previous parts of the executive order benefited the child support payers. So in a lot of cases, the fathers. But the fourth and final part benefits the acceptor or the receiver of the child support, and it is streamlined in enforcement so that it'll make it easier for those receiving child support to collect it through an automated system. In addition to this executive order, Trump is now making it so that the individual that is paying the child support is the individual that gets to claim the child on their taxes, meaning that whoever pays gets the child tax credit, which is how it should have always been. If you're paying a lot of money to the other person, why should you not reap the child tax benefits when they don't have to pay taxes on that child support? This is just a start. Because when's the last time you saw conversations happening at a federal level regarding the child support system or the child custody system? I can't remember a time it's ever happened, but this means that now there's a stage. Now there's a place that we can go and get rid of the corruption in the family court, that we can start addressing the problems within the child support system. It starts small for it to get big, and we've got a starting point now. This is a good future for a lot of dads out there and some moms that are also assessed with paying child support.
Well, to the brother in the first video, I want to say I agree with him 100%. I think this is one step in the right direction of family coming together and being more of a priority, sticking together. However, I think the reason why you're torn is because you may have a soft spot for single moms because perhaps you were probably raised by one. I don't know that man personally. For all I know, he could have been raised in a two-family household, or maybe he knows a lot of women that are single moms that he's related to. Who knows? But clearly you have a certain soft spot for single moms for that reason. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so torn, especially with your very first point about it bringing families and making them be more of a priority. Now, on that next video, that brother was right, because I think I've done multiple videos on women admitting that they literally have multiple baby daddies just so they can live off of the child support. I think there was recently a woman admitted to having 7 kids by 7 different men, and she's receiving like $3,000 a month.
Jesus Christ!
Like, you guys, that's like the average salary in the U.S. Damn near. That's crazy. Like, for real, man. So yeah, there's definitely some truth to that. And shout out to the lady at the end for letting me know something that even I didn't know. I didn't realize and notice that she broke it down from a numbers perspective. She wasn't biased about it or anything. It actually makes perfect sense. Why should you not be able to claim those children on your taxes if you're paying all this money and the person that's receiving the money doesn't have to pay taxes on it? You have to pay taxes on it. Yeah, like, just off of that logic alone, you see what I'm saying? But see, this is one of the reasons why I like covering topics like this, because it shows you the difference between men and women. The reason why women typically don't operate in logic most of the time, you guys, not only because they are emotional creatures, it's because when you really break down just life in general, majority, maybe even most things in life, if you operate from a logical perspective, most, if not majority of the time, it's usually in favor of men or both. Women tend to look more so for self. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. I'm like, because think about it. They're literally complaining about feeling entitled to your money, basically. Now, this next video, you guys, I want to show you is a woman who was speaking on this change that Trump is trying to apply, as well as other changes that I think a lot of us, especially us men, can all agree on that need to be made as well, in addition to this change that he's trying to implement. Let's keep it moving.
There's some people about to be real mad about the world. But let me tell you this. One thing that need to be addressed is child support laws. I ain't trying to make nobody mad or nothing. But how is it that a woman can have a baby by a man? They break up, or they decide to quit, or whatever they decide. They end up with a child in the middle of all this. A woman can take her ass down to the Department of Human Services and file child support on a percentage of the man's wages, right? He don't got no choice but to pay him. They go to court, they have a court order for him to pay so much money. But inside of the court order is no order for visitation rights. So when the father said that he want to see his child, it's up to the mother now if she wants to let him see his own child. That's one law that need to be changed for so many reasons. You need to let the judge figure out if he's unfit to see the kid, if he's a drug addict, alcohol, or whatever. That's also a judgment. Other than that, because some of y'all, the mothers, are drug addicts and all kind of shit too. But you drawing child support and buying it on alcohol and drugs and all kind of other shit, and children hungry, nappy headed, out stealing and crawling, everybody wanting same thing. You unfit too. It's so many things I could say about this, but if the judge can order child support, they also can order visitation rights. I hope they change it. Number 2, that's finna make a lot of people mad. Every woman, whether married, separated, single, or whatever she called herself, before a man can sign the birth certificate, it has to be a DNA test done. Yes, that's what I said. Married, Christian, ushers, deacons, preachers, whoever you is, every child that comes into this world and a man has to sign the birth certificate needs a DNA test before we can validate that you are the father. Because we got so many children and so many men raising families, and they know motherfucking well ain't none of them kids that man. They ain't that man child. I'm just trying to tell you, it's gonna save a lot of people some heartache and pain. Y'all motherfucker better start getting DNA tests on these children. I'm talking about married folks and everything. Because anybody can get it. Oh, boy, it's some mad folks this morning. I don't care nothing about it because it is what it is, you know? Because some of y'all, it's time to go to work.
Oh no, I'm like, if Donald Trump can pull this off and then add on, hey, we're gonna make DNA paternity test mandatory. If Donald Trump can pull those two things off, my goodness, man, these women would have to start moving a whole lot different. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, and yeah, the women are not gonna like this. I'm like, hell, they already don't like him. Can you imagine if he was able to pull those two things off? Yeah, if I'm all for the mandatory DNA test, man. I just covered this the other day, y'all. 40% usually come out not being a biological father. 40%. That percentage alone demands some attention and definitely a change when it comes to that. Before I end this again, don't forget to please go to my new /backup channel. Link is in the description. Name of the channel is AMU. As I said earlier in the video, this may or may not end up being my last video that I'm able to upload on this channel due to the circumstances that I mentioned earlier in this video. However, as long as I can continue to upload on here, I will, but more than likely in the next day or two, because I might not be able to hear back from YouTube help in time to get this situated. I did create that other channel, you guys. I really, really, really appreciate it, you guys, if you guys would head over there, so that way I could continue to give you guys this content, because I really enjoy doing this, you guys, and I know guys are constantly letting me know that they like depend on my content. I've even had some guys say that I'm like their gospel now when it comes to this, but I mean, that's way too high a praise for me. I don't look at myself as that, man. Like I said, I named this channel Average Man Unplugged for a reason, because I really saw that there was a void, and most people were being left out of these topics and conversations, man. So again, appreciate the support. And let me know what you thought about this. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe, OGs. I appreciate the level of support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button, because that's what the algorithm and helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.